The US has a state named Wyoming. It's far from the only place in the US named Wyoming, though. Several states have a city named Wyoming. Ohio has a Wyoming, Michigan has a Wyoming. Illinois and Iowa also have one each. New York, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia have a Wyoming County. Pennsylvania has a Wyoming Valley. Wisconsin has two different towns named Wyoming. There's Wyoming Wapaka County, Wisconsin, and Wyoming Iowa County, Wisconsin. What's with there being so many places in the eastern US named Wyoming? Are they named after the state? But if they are, why are they on the east while the state is in the west? Welcome to TwoLambdaPlusBlack. I am Heirua. Many of the US states have names that come from a language of a native people of the area. Kentucky comes from Kentucky, which is Onondowaka for on the meadow. Texas comes from Taisha, which is Hasinai for friend, which happens to be what Dakota means as well. And Michigan comes from Michigami, Ojibwe for large lake. Note that this causes Lake Michigan to be a name that means lake, large lake. It's a great compliment to Ohio, which means river. Wyoming, though, is special among the native language-derived names. Wyoming comes from Monsi Huewamunk, meaning at the big river flat. But the Monsi's homeland is in what is now eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. That's why there's more places named Wyoming in the eastern US. Those came first. There was, in fact, a Battle of Wyoming in the American Revolution. So, how did a state halfway across the continent from where the Monsi are from come to get named Wyoming? Because an Ohio congressman, James Ashley, proposed to name the area after the valley in Pennsylvania. He had never been to the area before he proposed the name, though he did visit later and indicate regrets about his proposal, realizing the eventual state was nothing like Wyoming Valley, Pennsylvania. By that time, though, the name had stuck. And that's why, even though about half of the US states have a name of Native American origin, Wyoming uniquely has a name of Native Americans from far away origin. We often naturally assume that what we hear about first came first, and certainly, most Americans are more familiar with the names of states than the names of small cities and landforms. Often enough, though, the inversion of expectation happens, and it turns out an original name did not travel as far as something later, and these often make for cool stories. Thanks to my patrons, and remember to love the night.